Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to reading for the week of October 15th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and you can catch me live every single night. So let's see what is going on for you Aquarius people at this time. What do we have going on for Aquarius? Yep, you have the Joker. I feel like, speaking of the dailies, the daily readings that I do, Aquarius, you always get the Joker like all the time. So, that could be you feeling pulled in multiple different directions. It's crazy. This card has come up for almost everybody this week. 10 of Clubs. I've used a different deck for every single sign. And it's always crazy when something like that happens. Like, I almost don't believe it when a card repeats like for almost all 12 signs. I feel like only a couple of signs didn't have that card. But you start off with the Joker. I feel like this is talking about preparation. I feel like a lot of you are preparing for something. Maybe even if you don't feel like it. I feel like maybe you can't describe it, but maybe it's like maybe you feel like that anticipation. That's kind of like a weird message for this card, but I feel like this card is talking about anticipation. Maybe you're like anticipating something. Maybe you have those anxious feelings that something's about to happen. And yeah, that's pretty much all I feel. Actually, let me just grab another card for that. I just want to see 4 Clubs, the truth. I feel like, yeah, this could be the retrogrades causing this feeling, but it could also just be that you know the truth about a situation and you're kind of like waiting for it to kind of manifest. Next, you have the 5 of Diamonds, my Just Do It card. Joker plus 5 of Diamonds says just do it, especially because the Joker is like the Fool card. It says, just get started on that new path, get started on that new beginning, because, something really good could be happening for you as well. I do get the feeling like the 5 of Pentacles. I almost feel like some of you feel left out in the cold for some reason, in something. Could be a relationship, could be a business, or again, if you're waiting for like, I don't know, like child support, a settlement, anything like that. I feel like some of you could feel like left out in the cold, like you are not being taken care of at this time. And I do feel like at the end here we have justice coming up for you, so I do feel like there will be some justice in that situation. It's also an awesome card for selling a home, so if you're selling a home, anything like that, really great card for you at this time. Next, again, 2 of Diamonds. You have all these cards of settlements as well, which I've seen for a couple other people as well. 5 of Diamonds, card of settlements. This card here, card of like payouts, which is basically a settlement. So if you're waiting for a settlement, I really like these cards. This can also represent inheritances. So if you're waiting for an inheritance or some other type of payout like that, anything like legal, anything that has like a contract attached to it, this card plus again 10 of Clubs. These are really good cards for seeing those payouts. People always ask me, does this represent the lottery? No. So to me it's not like a particularly lucky time right now. You do have the card of luck though, so I will say if you play the lottery, it could be good for you. But again, to me, it's not really like that great of a time. But again, you never know with this card, 6 of Diamonds. Could be lucky for you Aquariuses out there. This can also represent just like a fulfilling relationship with somebody and like a beneficial relationship where there's equal give and take. So any of you who are single, I would say this could represent something like that growing. Diamonds represent seeds. They look like seeds. The next card up would be the Clubs, which represent, they kind of look like plants. So this would represent planting seeds in a relationship or like a new relationship. Next, you have the 10 of Clubs. So again, leaps and bounds of success, jumping forward into success in some area. It's kind of like my general card of progress. It is considered like a good omen. Even some card reading systems consider it kind of like a black cat. Not a black cat because black cats are considered like unlucky, but like that type of omen. When you see it, it represents luck. So I feel like for you, again, it could just be a really lucky week for you. I also am getting conversations. I do feel like for some of you, there are conversations that need to take place. For some of you, I feel like you're hoping for closure in a relationship as well. Let me just see. Yeah, and look, another 10. So really lucky week for you. But again, I feel like closure. I feel like for some reason, it's like you worked on a relationship or you worked on something and you're hoping that a person comes back and like offers you closure. I do feel like that's possible. For some of you, again, you're just building on something. Like I said, seeds, plants, it's like you have been working on something and now you're hoping to see this right here, the growth, the abundance, the success. I do feel like you will, especially if you keep working on it. I've been telling people like now is not the time to stop working on things. We need to keep that momentum going in our lives, anything that we're working on as well. Both of these cards could represent required travel, and that's kind of a weird message for these cards, so that just popped into my head. Maybe some of you will be required to travel for something like work. Maybe you have to go see some family members or anything like that, but 2 10s, really good. Next, 6 of Diamonds, again, luck. You get this card as well in the dailies every once in a while, now that I think about it. This is a card of like needing to open up, needing to make sure you're not being too shy. Again, there is this like Like the King of Clubs shows up a lot in the dailies as well for different signs. I do feel like there is this energy of feeling like judged. And even if it's not real, it's like, I feel like a lot of people right now feel like people are looking at them, feeling like there's this judgment energy. And I feel like right now we just need to not care about it. We just need to speak our minds right now, especially at work, or in our relationships. And we need to not worry about judgment. This card says like having those fears could hold you back from success. But other than that, really good card. Next, you show up as the King of Spades, so putting you in a very strong position. This is my card of like knowledge, wisdom, and kind of being very intelligent at this time. So it's my card of like having been through a lot of battles in life and then coming out on top. It's like the card of authority and leadership. So I feel like a lot of you could be put into those types of positions, authority, leadership, whatever. And it's also a card of changes in relationships as well. It can represent somebody who's been difficult in a relationship. Again, if that is the case, I would say that it could be, a divorce, related to a divorce or child support or, any of those things. But this card does represent justice coming in. And finally, Seven of Hearts. Again, I feel like some of you are fearing whether or not you will have a relationship, or will have like a family if you want a family, or you're fearing whether or not you will have a fulfilling relationship, like one where you can get the things you want, have the things you want. This card just says, number one, manifest. It's a card of needing to manifest what you want, needing to put the work in, but also I feel like communication and socializing as well. Again, sevens, they all kind of have like a fix. They all have something you can do to like fix the card, basically. And again, sevens aren't really negative. They represent fears, but this card says like get out there and socialize, meet people, and that will probably help you at this time. And, again, this card can be a card of like feeling let down, especially, King of Spades, Seven of Hearts can be like this feeling of like people in relationships letting you down. Doesn't matter. King of Spades doesn't matter if you're into men, women, whatever. I don't attach sex to my cards, but again, it can be that fear of a letdown. And this card just says, you need to socialize, meet more people. But it looks good. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.